Well, let's get to SMU Clemson. But before we do that, this SMU Clemson breakdown is brought to you by our good friends over at Roback because the SMU gear and the Clemson gear on that site is fire. Mac and I love the SMU gear. I love their colors over there at
I
SMU.
have some.
So,
You know
yeah,
what's funny?
Mac
I got
does.
invited on an SMU podcast. I almost wore it. And then I was
You
like,
should
wait,
have.
hold on. Not this week. Y'all want to
No,
bring me back? I'll wear it. Not this week.
that's true. This week, I hear you. But use our code GM20, 20% off. And they just have so much good stuff on that site, Mac. Also, we got to 10,000 subscribers. Probably should have led with that. That just shows that we're not, we're not the super savvy media people or whatever, but 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, Mac.
Amazing.
That's
Unbelievable.
awesome.
Unbelievable.
Congratulations.
Come on. I'm proud
All
of
right.
us. I'm proud of y'all. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for all your support and help.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. SMU at Clemson, 3:30 ACC Network. No one's ranked. It's what we all thought this ACC Championship rematch would be back at the beginning of the season. Clemson's 6.5-point favorite. This number has fallen. Let's start with the elephant in the room. We are seeing reports, and I'll just go ahead and say, as a subscriber to On3 and Tiger Illustrated, because they all do really good work over there, Tiger Illustrated is reporting that Cade Klubnik will be a game time decision, and that would actually be the best case scenario
Mm.
if he's a game time decision.
Mm.
So it sounds like this ankle is not doing great. Vizina, Pete Nakos, who we had on our pod over the summer, he reported on Twitter that Vizina has taken the majority of the first team reps this week for Clemson. Mac, what and how does this game change if it is the Christopher Vizina experience for
Yeah.
Clemson?
I think we need to see it first before we go all out, because I think every time that we have seen Venzina get in, the play calling has
Sure.
been atrocious.
And it's
It
always
has
garbage
been
time
horrific. Garbage time, or it's just like, what are we doing?
or
Like three
garbage play
straight
call.
crazy QB runs was just terrible last week. Um, and now maybe he's pulling it. Maybe he's doing, what he's not supposed to. I don't know. But I am excited just to see a glimpse of the future and see him run the offense if it gets to that point. Do you like it at this game against these guys? Probably not. But is what it is. You're 3-3. Who cares? Put another quarterback in. Let's see what happens. It's funny. Actually, this is hilarious. I'll tell you this. So I love to be on Twitter. I love to see what everybody says. 3 weeks ago, people were screaming from the rooftops to put Benzina in. Now that this reporting has come out, everyone's like, oh my God, we're going to lose. And it's just like, people are so dumb sometimes. Like, just relax, just sit back, enjoy the show. I think he has a lot of fun, characteristics. He's got a big arm. He's huge.
Big
What
dude.
does he look like when it's his show? And if he's practiced all week, like he's the number one guy, that's certainly better than getting to Friday night and be like, hey buddy, go in there. Good luck, have fun. If something were to happen late in the week or something of that nature. So at the end of the day, here's the thing for Clemson. They have unbelievable weapons. Just get the ball near them. Just get it in the vicinity of Bryant Wesco, of Antonio, of, TJ Moore, all these guys, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So I'm excited to see that. Obviously, SMU's pass defense is atrocious. It's one of the worst in the ACC. So that's kind of nice that you kind of get that from a tidbit here, but they have the most interceptions in the
Yeah.
league. So as bad as they are, they'll get their hands on the football and they'll take it to the house. So some of that, maybe some more safety linebacker stuff there, but it is fascinating. And just to see Clemson's approach, like how differently does the offense look if Venzina is the guy? I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be really fascinating just to see that. And I think on the SMU side, like they've bounced back nicely and have had a couple of nice weeks in a row as well.
They absolutely have. And we're going to get to SMU, but I want to stay here with that because it's the way you say, and this sounds so bad, but you're right. You're 3-3.
Yeah.
Like this is the
Cares.
perfect chance to see if this kid has it.
Right.
And if he
Right.
doesn't,
Yeah.
this is
Shopping.
if he does go, he's been taking the reps all week. It's a game plan, hopefully, that's catered to him. He's
Mhm.
got weapons. Antonio Williams is starting to play like Antonio Williams. Bryant Wesco has been one of the best receivers in the country all season. Adam Randall's been really good when you've actually given him the ball. So this can teach us something here. Like, it almost makes this game more interesting in
I
some
think so.
ways if he goes. Now, who knows? Cade could still play. I don't know. But then Vizina's still ready, assuming if Cade rolls that ankle again with someone whose ankle ligaments have been described to them as saltwater taffy that's stretched out. I understand that you can roll that ankle right away and then it's going to be Vizina's show anyway. So if you're an SMU fan, Mac, I think you like this because you have there's so much more unknown
Right.
with Vizina than Klubnik, and Klubnik did play really well against you in the ACC Championship.
Sure.
Now, SMU's pass defense ranks 135 out of 136 teams. Like, it's terrible. But they've also, like you said, they've gotten their hands on the ball. They lead the ACC in sacks. Like, it's very confusing.
Yeah.
They've been disruptive, but they've given up a ton of yards. A lot of that came in the Baylor and TCU games. Do you feel like we've learned anything about SMU with these Stanford and Syracuse wins, or have they
No.
just played bad
No,
teams?
I think it's just like where Clemson is. Like it's
Yeah,
two teams
similar.
that severely underperformed what we thought they would, at the beginning of the season, first 4 weeks of the season, and now they've, had some good opportunity to get right and to look better, and they have, and that's good. That's impressive. Um, but yeah, at the end of the day, we don't really know, and who knows? Maybe we won't know after this either. But I do think this is a good win. Whoever does win this game, I think it is a good win. For that
I
program,
agree.
for that team, and they can continue to build upon who they want to be, what they want to do. And you talk about the different guys and who's stepping up, who's getting their shine. I have to say this. I meant to do a Braden Jacobs breakdown tape earlier in the week because
Oh,
everybody's been ecstatic, and I have it ready. I just haven't had time to do it. He played out of his mind. That dude, KG, is going to be very, very good. And listen, maybe Boston College was the worst team we've ever seen in our lives. Maybe. Who knows?
they're not
He
the
was
best.
killing those boys. Dominate. Like 1, 2, 3, hands on. There's nothing you can do. I'm
Yeah,
6'8",
he's
350.
huge.
You're not going anywhere. He lost one rep out of 60 snaps. He lost one rep. And I was just like, this is so impressive. He's nimble. He gets out in space. He launches guys when he touches them out in open space. He's like a dancing bear. So if you want to talk about like, are we making a decision somewhere? Left tackle is going to be fascinating to see because that was some real juice over there and some confidence. And I love Tristan Lee. I think he's a great player too, but you can't teach 6'8", 350. Sorry.
Sure.
Like that's a different, kind of beast, different animal there. I'm fascinated to see who runs out there first and just what does this offensive line look like starting five-wise, protecting Benzina against the sack happy Mustangs here. So
Yeah.
that's going to be an interesting piece too if Chris is the guy.
A much better test than BC or North Carolina. I think we can all
Sure.
agree. And then for
Or
SMU, a much
Stanford.
better
Yeah.
test than
Yeah.
Syracuse or Stanford. What's crazy, Mac, when you look at Clemson, they have 3 straight home games coming up against good teams, SMU, Duke, and Florida State, right? And Clemson has lost their last 4 games in Death Valley against Power 4 teams, dating back to the 33-21 loss to Louisville last November. That's insane. For a while there, I mean, Clemson didn't lose a game at home for like 4 years or something. So it's like if you're SMU, are you like, I think you're excited to go play in this type of environment, but you're not terrified. I mean, not how teams used to be. The other fun fact here with SMU, and then let's get to kind of what SMU needs to do, Mac. Rhett Lashley has not done well as a road underdog since 2022. He's 2-7 against the spread on the road.
Mhm.
So I find that interesting, but also Clemson never covers. So do what you want with that spread, Mac. What's your key for SMU? I mean, KJ makes this team go.
Yeah.
He's mobile, but he hasn't really been as mobile this year. They haven't used his legs as much.
Mhm.
He has been turnover prone, but not recently against those bad teams.
Yeah.
What do you want to see what does SMU need to do to win this game?
Well, I think take care of the football. Number
Yeah.
one, like do not give this offense extra opportunities. Do not give this defense life. Protect yourself. Just make the smart play because there's still guys, and it's fascinating. Clemson's defense is number 2 in the conference, only giving up 18 points a game. Like that's incredible when you see what they're able to do there.
That's
You look at
crazy.
it is crazy. You look at their total offense, they're top 4 with what they do and what they allow,
Sure.
only giving up 320 a game. Um, And so you kind of look at how do you want to attack them? Do you want to try to run the ball on them? Not really. They're really good at that. They're big and strong at that. Do you want to pass it? They're in the middle upper half, of the league. So the Clemson defense has been stepping up and they've played well. I thought obviously their most complete game against Boston College, saying that with an asterisk beside it, thought the defensive line played their best game by far. Jaheim Lawson has looked fantastic.
Mhm.
And I like how they moved him around and kind of had him as a rabbit when they put him at a three technique. He's a true defensive end. You put a fast, twitchy guy against guards, that's a little bit of an issue there. And then the stars are playing. So do I want to see a little bit more from Wade Woodaz? Yep. Want to see a little bit more violence and attacking there. Sammy Brown same type of thing. But I thought both those guys had pretty big games. And so, can you get the ball out to your good playmakers? Can you involve your tight ends, try to get some mismatch, problems with some of those linebackers, with a RJ Maryland, with a, Matthew Hibner there. And then just the running attack has been pretty underwhelming from
Yeah.
SMU, but I don't know if you want to try to die on that hill in this game. Let KJ create, move him around, maybe have some design rollouts, things of that nature where he can be in space, and then hopefully has some completions that guys are running right in his window as he's getting out.
I think you'll win or lose this game on the back of Kevin Jennings.
Yes.
And I would say the weakness for Clemson defensively is that secondary, so I would attack it. When you look at this number, Max, 6.5, I mean, with all, you know what, just with all the uncertainty, and it almost feels like Clemson's worse at home because they feel the pressure because, the fans are not pleased with what's going on. Give me SMU to cover. Give me SMU to
Let
cover.
me ask you this,
SMU plus
KG. This
6.5.
is this is a super real moment right here.
Let's
It's
be
just me
real.
and you. It's just me and you. Have you ever booed Clemson at a game? Ha-
No?
no? Okay.
I
Are
don't
you
think I was
lying?
booing as a freshman on the hill in the Troy game. I don't think I
Yeah.
was. I don't think I was that rude.
What about
Um,
2013 at
have I
FSU?
now here's the question. Have I booed slash said bad words in the comfort of my own home? Absolutely. But I really don't think I could bring myself if I'm in the stadium to boo. I don't think I
Yeah.
could do it.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't
Okay.
know.
That's good. That's good to
It's a
know.
good
That's good to
question.
know. Did you
Now,
pick
have I
did
been
you
mad in that stadium?
sure,
Absolutely.
we can all be mad. Did you pick one way? Where are you going? Where are you going with
SMU
me?
plus 6.5.
Oh, you are? You're taking them.
I am.
Give me the Tigers. Tigers win by a touchdown. This number's getting too low. Number's getting
Okay.
too low. I think that
Okay.
favors when it was 8 or 9, I think it was at 9.5 at one point. I was like, hit the ponies, baby. But yeah,
Yeah.
Clemson will win by a touchdown.
That quarterback uncertainty is I don't know. There's too much going on there. Too
Brian
much.
Wesco
Yeah, give the ball to Brian
caught
Wilson,
it.
please. Clemson's best player this year by far.